including some news out west, where just in the last couple of hours, we've learned from police that a shooter is dead after killing two people at a law office in Vegas. You can see some of the scene here. This was a huge police response. People evacuated from the building during the manhunt for the attacker. NBC's Steve Patterson is following this for us. There were some questions about what had happened and how this standoff would end. Walk us through.
Hallie, and those questions still persist to some degree. We're getting details hot and heavy, trying to confirm things on the back end. What we can tell you at this point, as you mentioned, 3 people dead, including the suspected shooter. This is Summerlin, Nevada. This is about maybe 10 miles outside of the Vegas Strip or so. It's 10 o'clock this morning. Some of the video, you might see this big office building. That's where it happens. Think 6-story office building. It's why the police response in part is so big, because the building is so big. They have to clear each room by room. In the 5th floor of that building is this law firm. That is where police say the shooting occurs. It's at a law firm. Based on what we know, and based on talking to parties and sources close to the investigation, the parties involved, which means the shooter and the people that were shot, unfortunately, knew each other. To what capacity? We're not sure if we can report that at this point, but suffice to say, this is a tragedy to that community. It's an affluent community. Again, just maybe 10 miles off the strip. This law firm is, of course, known to the community. People there knew the people involved. And we're just trying to figure out how we can piece together how the parties knew each other inside that office. But suffice to say, a domestic incident that shook the community, because that entire complex had to be evacuated as police continue their investigation at this point.
Yeah, a dramatic day there in Vegas. Steve Patterson, thank you very much. We'll come back to you if we get any more new reporting on that.
What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this Thursday. I'm doing pretty good myself. What a terrible situation that took place in Las Vegas last month. Okay, now the victims here to the right, Dennis and Ashley Prince, were married, of course, and their lives were actually taken by this lawyer right here on the left by the name of Joseph Houston, who happened to be representing his son in a custody battle. Okay. Wow, what a terrible situation. You know what I'm saying? So in short, this lawyer actually took the life of his daughter-in-law, well, ex-daughter-in-law, and her husband, Dennis. Okay. All because, you know, she wanted to divorce, well, I guess she had divorced his son, but basically gained full custody of the children. So that news clip didn't, you know, go into who these people were, so I thought that I would. Well, without further ado, let's check out the whole, you know, intense situation of what actually took place. And then you're going to find out that lawyer Joseph Houston had some serious issues going on. And you're going to see what he done, you know, I guess, to remedy it. So without further ado, let's check this video out.
We're learning more about the murder of a prominent Las Vegas lawyer and his wife. They died at the hands of her former father-in-law, and he's also a lawyer. Dennis and Ashley Prince were gunned down inside his own law firm during a deposition over custody of her 2 children from her marriage to the shooter's son. Yes, the shooter was Ashley's former father-in-law, Joseph Houston, who was acting as his son's lawyer when he suddenly opened fire. Then Houston turned the gun on himself. Hundreds of office workers from the building in Las Vegas were evacuated. A stunning new revelation that's only now coming to light. The shooter who opened fire was suffering from stage 4 terminal brain cancer. He knew he was going to die, and many suspect that he wanted to take his former daughter-in-law and her new husband down with him. Did you hear that he had stage 4 cancer?
I heard he was terminal and that he didn't have long to live.
Robert Eglett was Dennis Prince's mentor and friend.
I'm heartbroken. I'm saddened. This just has crushed everybody here.
Dennis Prince spoke about his practice in this video.
We have 5 lawyers, including myself, which I feel is a perfect size for a boutique trial practice law firm.
Houston started shooting without warning.
He just pulled out a Glock and he shot Dennis and then turned and shot Ashley in the back. I don't know if she was trying to run.
Oh, well, I'm sure that's exactly what Ashley was trying to do, was run. I mean, she was shot in the back by this crazy man right here. You understand? What a terrible, terrible situation. I bet you Dennis probably he even got involved with Ashley at that particular point. You understand? And this man right here, you know, basically, he robbed his son, you know, of having custody of, you know, those children after all, because I think they even took the son, you know, into custody. I don't know if he's going to stay in the custody, but the two children that Ashley was trying to gain, you know, sole custody of actually wound up in the custody of nearby relatives. Okay? That's basically what took place. But see, this man right here, Joseph Houston, the lawyer on the left, felt like he had nothing to lose and he wanted to take somebody with him. That's the mind of a devil. You understand? He should have been somewhere repenting, hoping he can make it in the pearly gates. But his mind was on murder. And that's basically what it boils down to. I mean, he had stage 4 terminal brain cancer. And all he could muster up to think was to take the lives of these two people on the right, simply because, well, his ex-daughter-in-law wanted custody of his son's children. You know, so, man, come on. What kind of sense does that make? Like I said, he should have been worried about repenting. You just never know what be going through the minds of people. That's why a lot of times, you know, you should just basically chill. You know, maybe the husband and the wife, maybe they should have considered dealing with someone else as an attorney, you know, instead of this man right here representing his son, because you know what he had to think about the whole entire situation wasn't going to be anything good anyway. You understand? That's just what it is. Well, that's all I got on this particular video, people. I want you guys to tell me in the comment section, what do you think about it? Like, comment, share, and subscribe, people. I would warn you to always remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.